Sun Woo-hae was once a highly acclaimed child star. Now, he leads an ordinary life, running a flower shop. He earns his living amid the hustle and bustle of the city. One day, while out shopping with his friend who owns a restaurant, he witnessed a car run a red light and hit his friend as the friend was getting into the car to return home. The driver tried to flee, but Sun Woo-hae quickly chased after the car and forced it to stop. A drunken man with a flushed face stepped out of the car, cursing. Sun Woo-hae immediately called the police. After handling the situation, as they were leaving, Sun Woo-hae scolded his friend for being too meek and always getting bullied. His friend, already seeing through his thoughts, bluntly pointed out that Sun Woo-hae had chased the drunk man not just for justice, but also to claim compensation. Sun Woo-hae, caught in his true intentions, smirked slyly. Little did Sun Woo-hae know at that moment that he was about to reunite with his first love. Sun Woo-hae's first love was named Je-yeon, the manager of actor Mo Tae-rin. On the set, a male actor had unilaterally swapped the black costume prepared by the costume department for a white one. Je-yeon confronted the actor's manager, emphasizing that this scene was crucial and, if well shot, would allow the lead actors to shine. However, if the male actor only cared about his own image, it would compromise the overall effect. The manager lamented, as both the director and the writer were furious about the situation, but he had no power to change his actor's decision. Je-yeon suggested a solution: have the manager accidentally spill curry on the actor's white outfit. The manager took the advice to heart and deliberately bumped into the actor as he was eating curry rice, causing the curry to drip onto the white costume. Soon after, Je-yeon received word that the actor was preparing to switch back to the black outfit. After resolving the issue, Je-yeon went to visit a senior acquaintance. She asked if Mo Tae-rin could make a guest appearance on the senior's show. The senior made it clear that there was only one way for Mo Tae-rin to appear on the program: by pairing Mo Tae-rin with the child star Sun Woo-hae. If Je-yeon could bring Sun Woo-hae, the senior would immediately introduce her to produced You. Je-yeon searched Sun Woo-hae's social media, hesitating over whether to reach out to him. It turned out, she and Sun Woo-hae had been each other's first love. After their argument years ago, she had harshly told him never to mention knowing her again. Je-yeon mustered the courage to visit Sun Woo-hae's flower shop. As Sun Woo-hae carried a flower pot behind her, their eyes met in a stunned moment. Sun Woo-hae's trembling hands betrayed his shock. He steadied himself and asked her purpose. Je-yeon lied she was there to buy flowers. While Sun Woo-hae was distracted selecting them, she persuaded him to appear on the show. As children, Sun Woo-hae and Mo Tae-rin were famous on-screen siblings, and in reality, they were high school classmates. She hoped he would accept the offer, combining nostalgia with his current life for public view. People would surely wonder what he looked like grown up. Sun Woo-hae refused to exploit nostalgic memories or expose his personal life publicly. Je-yeon asked hesitantly if he rejected her because she had looked down on him in high school. She apologized for the pain she caused him back then. Sun Woo-hae was baffled, totally unaware she had ever looked down on him. Je-yeon left empty-handed with a cactus, failing to complete her task. She had to find another way to connect with produced You. Back home, she studied Chen Wurong's novel carefully, feeling the name was familiar. After racking her brain, she rushed home and pulled out an old box containing high school items, including a Chen Wurong novel. Its flyleaf read, "To Je-yeon, from Sun Woo-hae." She suddenly realized Sun Woo-hae was Chen Wurong. Years ago, she had gifted him a wishing bracelet. Yesterday, she saw he still wore it. This stirred something in her heart. Unexpectedly, she saw him again the next day, delivering flowers to the television station. She helped a colleague sign for the bouquet. Sun Woo-hae took a photo of her holding flowers to confirm the delivery. But just as he framed the shot, their mutual friend Kim Seok-ju appeared in the frame. Sun Woo-hae asked Kim Seok-ju if he had kept in touch with Sung Je-yeon over the years, or if, like him, she had gone abroad to study. Kim Seok-ju told him that Sung Je-yeon's family had gone bankrupt, preventing her from studying overseas. Hearing this, Sun Woo-hae immediately chased after Sung Je-yeon. He used the excuse of teaching her how to care for the cactus, asked her to save his phone number, and even drew the daily watering amount on her palm. When Sung Je-yeon noticed his injured finger, she pulled his hand, blew on it. Sun Woo-hae remembered how, in high school, Sung Je-yeon had done the same thing for him. Years had passed, but she hadn't changed at all. A single sentence from him left Sung Je-yeon flustered. She stared at the drawing on her palm, her thoughts scattered. Their reunion after all these years made it seem like Sun Woo-hae still harbored feelings for her. She couldn't tell whether she was misreading the situation, or if it was truly the case. The next day, Sung Je-yeon unexpectedly bumped into Produced You and greeted him, but he barely acknowledged her. When she mentioned Chen Woo-rong, Produced You's attitude completely changed. It turned out that Produced You's daughter was a fan of Chen Woo-rong and had been begging him to arrange a meeting. Learning that Sung Je-yeon was Chen Woo-rong's classmate, Produced You asked her to facilitate the meeting. To secure resources for Mo Tae-rin, Sung Je-yeon swallowed her pride and went to Sun Woo-hae again. She told him that a high school fan wanted to meet him and asked him to fulfill the girl's wish. To her surprise, Sun Woo-hae agreed without hesitation. Excited, Sung Je-yeon even offered to help him with the flower fertilizer. As she lost her balance, she grabbed Sun Woo-hae's wrist. The sudden skin-to-skin contact made both of them uneasy, and Sun Woo-hae's face turned bright red, forcing him to avoid looking at her. Before leaving, Sung Je-yeon gave Sun Woo-hae a business card and specially gifted him a pair of gloves, hoping he wouldn't get injured again. On the day of the fan meeting, Sun Woo-hae handed Sung Je-yeon a bouquet of flowers. Sung Je-yeon explained that the fan was stuck in traffic and would be late, and that the high school student's producer father would also be joining. Sun Woo-hae immediately became angry, feeling like he was being used as bait. He accused Sung Je-yeon of trying to curry favor with the producer. Sung Je-yeon explained that the fan was a minor, so parental supervision was normal. But Sun Woo-hae still believed she was exploiting their past memories and feelings. Just as he was about to leave, the high school student and Produced You arrived. Sun Woo-hae composed himself, encouraging his young fan to keep writing. After successfully meeting Sun Woo-hae, Produced You invited Sung Je-yeon, suggesting a meeting with Mo Tae-rin. With her goal achieved, Sung Je-yeon respectfully saw Produced You off, but Sun Woo-hae's resentment remained. He asked Sung Je-yeon, if the fan wasn't Produced You's daughter, but just an ordinary student, would you still have arranged this? Sun Woo-hae wanted to know what kind of person Sung Je-yeon had become. This made Sung Je-yeon recall how, years ago, Sun Woo-hae had asked her, what would someone like you, so bright and shining, dream of? Breaking from the memory, she coldly thanked Sun Woo-hae for his help and wished him success in his work, putting a full stop to their connection. The words unsettled Sun Woo-hae. He flipped through photos of Sung Je-yeon and Kim Seok-ju. He had meant to take only Sung Je-yeon's picture, but Kim Seok-ju had barged into the frame. Even so, he couldn't bring himself to delete them. His friend, noticing his preoccupation, sent him out to buy green onions, suggesting he get some fresh air too. Sun Woo-hae walked down the street, overwhelmed by the urge to see Sung Je-yeon. Without even taking off his apron, he rushed straight to the television station to find her. Sung Je-yeon, worried about being seen together by their boss, quickly pulled him into a corner to avoid gossip, but she pulled too hard, accidentally tearing his sleeve. After the danger passed, Sung Je-yeon asked why he had come in his apron. Instead of answering, Sun Woo-hae walked over and hugged her. Sun Woo-hae's childhood was far from easy. He had lived with his father, but his father was irresponsible and left him to fend for himself. When he did return, it was only to take the money Sun Woo-hae had earned from his part-time jobs. One day, his father brought home a little girl, claiming she was his girlfriend's child, and asked Sun Woo-hae to look after her for a few days. Without waiting for his reaction, the father hastily left and never returned. From that day on, Sun Woo-hae gained a younger sister with no blood relation. To support himself and her, he had to take on multiple jobs, but she brought warmth into his life, giving him a sense of home. One day, when Sun Woo-hae returned from work, he found debt collectors blocking his door. Frustrated at having to repay his father's debts, while enduring the collectors' anger, he suggested they go after his father instead. A boy his own age approached, Kim Seok-ju, who would later become a close friend. Kim Seok-ju's mother was remarrying Sun Woo-ha's father, and he was deeply upset. He suspected both father and son were after his family's wealth, even warning Sun Woo-hae to pretend pitiful when his mother visited. Sun Woo-hae ignored Kim Seok-ju's emotions and had no interest in his father's affairs. A few days later, Kim Seok-ju's mother found Sun Woo-hae while he was working. She had heard that Sun Woo-hae, as a special admission student, didn't attend school often but participated in essay contests and always won. She ordered him to complete the transfer procedures and enroll in the new school. Although Sun Woo-hae's father had never fulfilled his parental responsibilities, Sun Woo-hae at least needed to graduate from high school. She offered to cover tuition and rent within reasonable limits. Sun Woo-hae refused any assistance, unwilling to contact his father or anyone related to him. Though he agreed to attend the new school, he wondered why Kim Seok-ju's mother was drawn to his father. She replied it was his simplicity. Sun Woo-hae bluntly said she needn't waste effort on him, he wouldn't interfere with his father's life, only hoped they'd stay together so his father wouldn't harm others again. At the start of the new semester, Sun Woo-hae became classmates with Kim Seok-ju and Sung Je-yeon. When the teacher took attendance, Sung Je-yeon immediately recognized Sun Woo-hae as the former child star. Curious, she often observed him, but Sun Woo-hae slept through every class. After school, Kim Seok-ju woke him, reminding him to go to work. Since childhood, Sung Je-yeon and Kim Seok-ju had known each other. She pressed Kim Seok-ju about whether he knew Sun Woo-hae. He teased her, saying she'd known Sun Woo-hae longer after all. She'd been a fan since his child star days. Later, the teacher assigned Sung Je-yeon as class president to deliver the application form to Sun Woo-hae's house and ensure he filled it out. She waited outside Sun Woo-hae's home for a long time before he and his sister returned. As she handed over the form and tried to leave, her stomach growled. Sun Woo-hae heard and invited her in for instant noodles. It was the first time Sung Je-yeon learned he was a skilled cook. After putting his sister to sleep, Sung Je-yeon was captivated by the novel that Sun Woo-hae had just read to her. She remarked how long it had been since she'd encountered a story so engrossing. Sun Woo-hae said she could take it home if she liked. It was his own novel, soon to be published. Sung Je-yeon praised him as a hidden genius, but Sun Woo-hae dismissed the idea. He only cared about making money. When filling out his future career preferences, his sole thought was wealth, so he wrote in all three options: rich man, millionaire, chaebol. After completing the task, Sun Woo-hae accompanied Sung Je-yeon to the bus stop. They shared snippets of their lives. Sun Woo-hae between sleeping and working, Sung Je-yeon between sleeping and studying. They lived in different worlds, yet found each other endlessly intriguing. At school, Sun Woo-hae gave Sung Je-yeon lollipops, and she joined him for lunch, writing reminders in his palm to pay attention. With each interaction, their hearts grew closer. Rumors spread that Sun Woo-hae was seen entering a motel with a girl. The vice principal punched him without question and suspended him. That night, Sung Je-yeon arrived at the motel and ran into Kim Seok-ju. Kim Seok-ju suspected she had feelings for Sun Woo-hae, which was why she was so invested in his affairs. As they argued, Sun Woo-hae appeared. Kim Seok-ju pressed him about the rumors. He and Sung Je-yeon both wanted answers. Kim Seok-ju left first, not wanting to be a third wheel. Sung Je-yeon insisted she believed Sun Woo-hae, no matter what. He revealed he worked there as a night clerk, since evening jobs were hard to find. When Sun Woo-hae returned home, his father was waiting outside. He told Sun Woo-hae to pack up and move into Kim Seok-ju's house. Kim Seok-ju's mother had agreed to pay off their debts. They wouldn't have to struggle anymore. Sun Woo-hae demanded to know where his sister was. The father claimed he couldn't contact the girl's mother and suggested sending her to an orphanage. Sun Woo-hae erupted in fury, warning his father never to disturb their lives again. The next day was Children's Day. At his sister's request, Sun Woo-hae took her to the amusement park. When she wanted ice cream, he seated her and told her to wait. But when he returned, she was gone. He frantically searched until a janitor found her in the restroom. The sister confessed she'd hidden on purpose because she hated seeing her brother struggle. Sun Woo-hae hugged her tightly, vowing never to let her go. During school break, Sun Woo-hae returned to campus in his uniform, the only place he could momentarily escape his burdens. Sung Je-yeon mimicked him, lying on the desk. When he opened his eyes, they shared a smile. She suggested going out. At the bookstore, Sun Woo-hae's novel was published under the name Chen Woo-rong, his mother's name, and his pen name. Sung Je-yeon bought a copy for his signature, then gifted him a pen and 2 wish bracelets to help fulfill his dream of wealth. By the sea, Sun Woo-hae bought flowers Sung Je-yeon admired. He admitted being with her made him forget his hardships. Like a dream, Sung Je-yeon confessed her love, but proposed waiting until university. When she kissed him, Sun Woo-hae pulled away, fearing dragging her into his world. Heartbroken, Sung Je-yeon threw away the flowers and left. Days later, she returned but was told to focus on studies. Angry, she vowed never to acknowledge him again. Years later, their reunion stirred old emotions. As Sun Woo-hae carried the drunk Sung Je-yeon to a taxi, they admitted lingering thoughts about each other. Seeing her eyes, he agreed to appear on her show.